G'day, I'm David Abrahams and welcome to Central Coast Newspapers Weekly News 5 at 5, April 29, 2022. Monday's Anzac Day services across the coast were very well attended despite the variable weather conditions. Traditional dawn services were held at Gosford, Terrigal Woy Woy and the Entrance, and numerous smaller services were held throughout the day. Gosford RSL sub-branch president Greg Mawson said throngs of people lined Man Street to watch the march, which began at 10:30am outside Gosford Police Station. Mawson said, quote, "It was the best turnout we've seen in years." And an emerging event was held again at Central Coast Stadium this year. The Salute to the Anzacs, hosted by Coast Opera Australia, was attended by 1,000 locals who braved the rain to watch and listen to a great lineup of military marches, dance, chorale and opera. Now, the AEC has published the final list of candidates for the upcoming federal election on May 21, and in both of those Central Coast seats, that's the North in Dobell and in Robertson. 11 candidates will be on the ballot paper in Robertson and 7 in Dobell. And the New South Wales Senate ballot paper will feature 24 parties or groups to choose from. So lots of research to do there. Now, Tuesday night's council meeting had a packed agenda with numerous reports tabled, including apparently improved council finances, handing over of some of the COSS nature reserve parts to national parks, and some streamlined rezoning procedures, though it was a proposed First Nations Accord that attracted the most interest. Protesters held a rally outside Wyong Chamber before the meeting.
When the 5 Dock mob, which was Bungaree merged in with when he married his Gadigal woman and went to war with the Liverpool mob, which is generally the Barramadigal people and a little bit further out west as well. Came back with this club, fella took it off him and it's now in a museum in England, which we're endeavouring to get back. Might have to use it one day.
Yes, what went up last night was a proposed draft accord to have with Aboriginal First Nations. So it's designed to actually encompass all Aboriginals, which is about 16,000 live on the Central Coast. And I had the opportunity, David, yesterday to meet some of the people who have different views from Darkinjung, and to allay the fears that there wasn't a decision being made at the council meeting last night. It was, this is what we're proposing. And what I want to see is discussions to start to take place between the various parties to see if we can't come to an agreement.
And council elections look increasingly likely to be pushed out to next year or beyond.
I don't think there will be an election now prior to the state election, because clearly there's not going to be any announcements during a federal election timeframe. So that puts us towards the end of May. So to announce an election to be held in September is not leaving very much time. So my gut feeling is it'll be September next year.
And COVID infections remain high across the region, but the New South Wales government has decided on Monday to stop publishing daily data updates, instead releasing weekly data. We, of course, will update those figures as they come to hand. And it will be a bumper weekend at Central Coast Stadium, starting with 2 NRL matches scheduled for tonight, that's Friday. First up at 5:30 this evening, the women's South Sydney Rabbitohs will play the Cronulla Sharks, and followed by the men's Rabbitohs v the Sea Eagles at 5 to 8. Then on Saturday at 4, the Mariners host Western United. A win for the boys in yellow will see them go more than 3 points ahead of Sydney FC and Macarthur, both of whom are still in a position to steal 6th place standing in the A-League ladder. With 3 matches remaining in the regular season, all the Mariners have to do is to keep winning. Meanwhile, in Western Australia, the World Surf League's Margaret River pro Molly Picklum has kept her championship tour dream alive after winning her opening round on Sunday, now awaiting the call for her round of 16 heat. With only the top 9 women advancing into the second half of the season, Molly needs a stellar result to shoot up from her current standing at 16th. Fingers crossed, Molly. Of course, all of these stories and many more written by local journalists can be found on our news website without a paywall and in this week's print editions of Coast Community News and the Coast Community Chronicle. And we say farewell to our Pelican Post masthead. Instead, we've decided on expanding our ever-popular weekend masthead, the Coast Community News, aka Coast News. Now remember to subscribe to our popular email newsletter and at our website and our socials, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram for updates throughout the week. Now we leave you this week with footage from Yantra DeVille's community live music project, Pianos for the People, who will be holding a free concert at Kincumber Neighbourhood Centre on Saturday evening, featuring a newly refurbished piano and the very effervescent ephemeral choir. Have a great weekend.